And while you were on the beach, were you wondering where in the world is Casey Anthony? Well, wonder no more. We found her. We've got the first photos of her since her release. That apparently is her. The picture surfaced online this morning. TMZ says they were taken in Ohio. That would be probably the last place I would look for her. It was this past weekend. The 25-year-old was snapped walking around town on Sunday wearing an Ohio State University hat and sunglasses. She was also seen shopping for dresses at Old Navy. Anthony apparently has relatives in Ohio. It's not clear if she is living with them, staying with them. Until now, her whereabouts have been unknown since she was acquitted of murdering her 2-year-old daughter, Kaylee, last month. Now, her Casey's legal problems are far from over. Apparently, her lawyers were in Florida yesterday. They are fighting her, I guess, requirement to come back to Florida to serve out her probation. A judge has ordered her to come back. She is supposed to report to the Department of Corrections today. If she does not, it's expected that the judge may issue a bench warrant. The lawyers, though, her lawyers say that she has served out her time while she was in prison for the murder charges, and they even have a statement from the Department of Corrections saying that you've completed your term. So there you have it. The case goes on.
I find it very odd that we're looking at paparazzi photos of a murderer. Like, now that's what we're doing.
But she was not convicted of it.
Well, of an accused murderer. We're following around this person because, you know, she did something terrible and taking snapshots of her and being like, ooh, she's here, ooh, she's here. Can't we devote our attention to something a little more positive?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, I'm not really, you know, at first I heard about it, I'm like, oh, wow. And then I'm like, well, wait a minute. You know, let's not, you know, dote over some, you know, woman that most people think was guilty and got off from technicality or whatever the whole situation was. But I think these pictures had to surface. We got them out there. It was funny what you were saying earlier is that she's wearing an Ohio State hat, and it's like, you know,
And shopping in Old Navy, right? And holding a Starbucks
anti-advertisement.
Right. But you know what? Think of it this way. The person who probably snapped that got some money.
Oh, lots
People
of money.
need jobs.
Sure. So,
Ohio's suffering from unemployment.
Right.
So we'll think of it that way.
Yeah.
It's a money getter for
TMZ,
people.
I mean, they never cease to amaze me. They always get the pictures.
They do. They really do.
Absolutely.
Sure, more will show up. We'll let you know also what happens to her with their probation fight. Well, students, they apparently can no longer be friends with their teachers, at least in one state. It is now against the law. Last month, Missouri Governor Jay Nixon signed into law a bill which in part keeps teachers from using any websites to communicate with students privately. So that means no Facebook friends. It's part of a broader effort aimed at protecting children from sexual abuse. Both parents and administrators must be able to monitor conversations between teachers and students. That law goes into effect on August 28th. It's kind of sad that we've gotten to that point, but you know what? As a parent, I'm all for it.
Yeah, hey, in this day and age, I mean, in a perfect world, you'd like to think everyone can Facebook and be friends and be happy and you know, eat lollipops, but that doesn't happen. You know, it doesn't happen. So I totally agree. I don't think a teacher at all needs to have a relationship on Facebook with their students or his or her students because, I mean, they're in class with them all day anyway. They see enough of them.
You got a phone number?
You got a phone. My teacher's always called my parents.
Yep.
Quite often, unfortunately, but that's how it worked in my family.
That's another story.
Right, exactly.
I find it surprising teachers were friending their students in the first place. Like, that even went on. Personally, as a student in high school, I assume, I wouldn't want my teachers knowing what I'm doing. No. Like, what I do outside of school, I don't want anybody in the school knowing about. I just feel like that would be odd on both ends.
I agree with that
weird
completely.
Connection there, yeah.
All right, how about this? What internet browser do you use? Well, whichever one you use, it could indicate how smart you are or maybe how smart you aren't. According to new research by consulting firm AptiQuant, never heard of that.
I love that,
Internet Explorer users have below average IQs. The study gave web surfers an IQ test and then plotted their scores against the browser they used. IE surfers were found to have an average IQ lower than people using Chrome, Firefox, and Safari, and users of Camino and Opera rated highest. The report has sparked anger from IE supporters who have threatened AptiQuant with legal action. What are you going to sue them for? You know, just a theory saying that you're among lower IQ users?
That's the funniest part of the story.
Right?
Yeah, it's like...
Well, that proves their point, obviously, right?
Yeah, right.
Oh, my gosh. I had never heard of the two that were on the top,
Camino
Opera and Camino. But I don't use Internet Explorer, so at least I'm doing okay there.
I'm still using Netscape. Anyone remember that?
Yes, I remember from a Netscape.
What is this whole Internet Explorer thing? I have no idea. All I know is
It's
that
on
it's
the
the one that
internets.
basically pops up on your screen, like it's on your desktop.
We have it
and
at
you
our work.
have it- It's like the easiest way to get to the internet. If you ask me if it's the easiest way to get to the internet, then those people are pretty smart for not having to do the extra work.
fight
If it's
through it.
right there, let me just click on it. Is the news any different? Is it any? I don't know. I think I want to sue now.
You're a resident technology guru.
AptiQuant. I just love the name AptiQuant.
Aptitude,
AptiQuant.
quantity. What would it be for? Aptitude, quantitative.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Wherever
We're not
you
even
get
going to
there.
figure that one